Hello and welcome to another video about a show you decided wasn't worth your time. Today, we focus on the show everybody has been focusing on for the last 3 weeks, making it the hottest show on Netflix, Squid Game. Yes, children across America have been re-inspired on the playgrounds in your local towns by these 6 games. None of which are violent, so you have nothing to worry about. Netflix is the most sought-after streaming service to be on by filmmakers around the world, and a director from South Korea broke out and showed us how it's done. So what is with this show, and why do people keep trying to get you to watch it? Is the hype real? And I will say with a loud cry, that means yes. The show is more than kids, games, and death. It's about purpose and what you make of your life. Money is great, but does it cure who you are inside, or does it magnify it, good or bad? Now, having too much money and not having any is compared as the same thing in the show, because on those extreme sides of the spectrum, one of the characters says, "You're not happy there." He equates being handed everything and having nothing as the same. His logic for that is there's nowhere to go from there, so instead of struggling all the time for unhappiness to take over, boredom from having it all numbs your sense of purpose just the same. The man who conquered everything sees no more challenges in life to busy him, so he feels his life, in a way, is meaningless. Song Yeon, the main character, is at the opposite side of the spectrum when we get acquainted with his character, which is a little sketchy. He has a terrible addiction to gambling and owes a lot of money to loan sharks. Anytime he gets a win, 2 losses stifle his footstep forward, bringing him back a little bit more. He also steals money from his mom. He's a deadbeat father to his daughter and thinks of her last minute after getting his gambling fix and loses all of his money. Again. After another crappy day, he meets a guy at a train station who engages with him, asking him to play a game. Wanna play a game? Those words always end well with no violence, right? This game they play is like an allegory for the entire arching story we haven't even gotten into yet. The man entices Seong with a proposition of winning money if he beats the game. The man also says, if you lose, you owe me money. Seong loses and the man says, I know you don't have this money, so I will let you pay me with your body. Slapping him promptly after to Seong's surprise. Seong adapts very fast and loses again and again, being slapped around like a bad investment to an angry pimp. He loses so much that he's built up almost an immunity to being slapped. He takes it as just another part of the game and keeps it moving. But finally, by chance, he wins the game and totally forgets about the money. Instead, he cranks his hand back to slap the guy as hard as he can, but the man stops him and stuffs the money in his hand and smiles. Seong is taken off guard and looks at the money, almost sad that he won it, and was more focused on getting revenge for all the hits he took than the amount of money he won. The man gives him a card with a number on it, and he ends up calling, and that's when he enters the Squid Game. Now, I don't want to give the whole experience away and give a play-by-play on who lives and who dies, but there's some amazing performances in this show, even with the dubbed voiceover. Yes, you non-lower third readers, enjoy it, like I did. Kang Se-byuk is definitely the biggest standout and has some of the most powerful moments that makes grown men cry like little children. Now the crazy thing is, this is actually her first acting gig ever. So yeah, mad skills, bruh. There are also a lot of great characters along the way, like Ali Abdul, the Pakistani immigrant who's kind-hearted and a little bit gullible. Then there's Jong Dak-soo, a gangster who uses intimidation on anyone who gets in his way. And of course, Sang-woo, the genius who used to be good friends with the main character, who slowly evolves into his true self while getting through every game. Seong starts out a deadbeat dad and a gambling addict, but throughout his time in these games, you start to see his true colors. He's kind, naive, and giving, but his vices in the outside world, outside of Squid Game, consume his integrity and get him into trouble. Here, for some reason, he's actually able to keep focused on what's in front of him and not visit the bad habits that keep him striking out. Squid Game on the surface is about a bunch of people stuck in dire straits, volunteering to play deadly games to become rich, but at its core, it's asking deeper questions like, can you buy happiness? What is the price of human life? And does the trauma and things you did in the games get compartmentalized or stay with you, changing who you are? After such a grueling experience and witnessing the lowest form of animalistic behaviors in the games, will you trust anyone again? Or is humanity ruined for you as a whole? And the last mention I cannot forget is the music. There is very different kinds of music all used in tandem to create the unique atmosphere of this amazing show. If this video has made you a little more interested in watching this show, comment down below. And if you're still not convinced, watch this clip out of context and see what you are missing.
Let's try something! Take 3 steps up when I signal!
Up what now?
Just trust me and they'll fall!